My name is Hannah Gregory, and a visual description. I'm a white trans woman with shoulder length brown hair, glasses, and a white and purple button down. And behind me is a bookshelf. I'm grateful for being a part of this week. It's already been so inspiring, and we're only on day 2. Times are tough now, but one of the things that we'll always have as a queer community is our unique expression of pleasure and desire and kink and filth. So this is a story celebrating all of that. It's called Plus Ones. For our first threesome as a couple, we asked our friend George. He brought a fondue pot and his uninvited on-off partner, Clarice. Surprised, but needing something new in our relationship, we all fucked and then we ate fondue. The following week, they must have misheard when we said we should do this again. Clarice brought a girl who tasted like granola. George invited a French mime named Francois, who made gestures like sucking an invisible dick, like fucking an invisible person from behind, like being trapped in a box while watching everybody fuck, like smearing fondue on his face. It kept going on like that, week after week after week. One person inviting another person, inviting another. After a month, we had to rent a bigger space, and to cover our fondue budget, we charged a small fee. The flyer said, donation, pay what you can. By the end of the year, we hosted our weekends at an empty, unheated warehouse that was formerly known as the Spaghetti Factory. It overlooked traffic jams on I-84 and hovered around 40 degrees in winter. But in there, everyone found their kinks. Dom, sub, leather, bondage, teacher, student, plumber, leaky pipe owner, electrician, fuzzy TV watcher, Freudian Greek tragedy stuff, a tableau vivant of the Garden of Earthly Delights, another one of Piss Christ. A bunch of HR professionals created an onboarding process, but only for folks who are into that sort of thing. It was a beautiful, sweaty tangle, and we tried everything. We were loved, coddled, humiliated. Our wrists itched with bruises. We cosplayed as cereal mascots, sexy Cap'n Crunch and sexy Boo Berry. Hot fondue cheese scalded our bellies. Then we were wiped clean with crusty baguettes. But one weekend, several years later, we were tired with the choices. We had a hard time finding George and Clarice. Even the small talk about natural skin fermented wines while watching friends cook kink wasn't doing much for us. We skipped one weekend because we slept until noon. We skipped another because we liked the way the snow fell one morning. The sound of plows grinding a distant road. Then we stopped going altogether. Recently, we ran into George and Clarice at the Whole Foods. A stroller was in front of them, but the child looked like neither of them. It teethed a plastic-wrapped brick of an Emmentaler. In their basket, 11 more types of cheese. No crackers. It's been so long, George said, drunk. We stopped going to our little weekends. They never were the same after you left. We hugged goodbye. They said they would find a babysitter when we invited them for dinner next Saturday. Thank you.